Your turn, Yugi boy.
What is up, guys? This is Linthio coming at you with discussion today about a new card that has been announced. One of kind bizarre cards that he used back in the day in the original anime episode 129. Now, I used this against Yugi Moto himself to take Yugi's Slife of the Sky Dragon,
Magic card 発動 Tensei no Fukuju.
which just got exchanged back.
何
Anyway, so it is called Lullaby of Obedience. It's a really interesting card that's got a lot of people up in arms. The whole community is very split on this in people's opinions, whether or not it is a good card, whether or not it is super broken. So let's look at the effect. It reads as follows: pay 2,000 life points, then declare one monster name. Your opponent looks through their deck, and if they have the declared card, they reveal one of them and then apply one of the following effects. They add that card to your hand, they special summon that monster to your field in attack position, ignoring its summoning conditions. So it's a pretty ridiculous card if you ask me. It's pretty good. There is some slight confusion on the actual card text because to me, reading it, it sounds like the opponent makes the choice as to what they want to do. So reading the card, it does say, and if they have the declared card, they reveal one of them and apply one of these effects. It's they reveal one of them and apply one of the effects. Very important, the bullet points say they add that card to your hand, or they special summon that monster to your field in attack position. So you can't simply go, activate this, I call Maxi, and then I want your Maxi in my hand. No, that's not how it works. It's saying they get to choose. So they could just be like, okay, have a Maxi in attack position. I'm now going to attack over it next turn. Now, obviously, there are very good upsides to this card. There are two different instances that this can be used in. One doesn't necessarily mean it's very good, the other one means it's much better. So for example, if we use this in a mirror match, for example, if you are both playing Cosmo, you activate this card and say, okay, I want to say Cosmo Dark Destroyer. You're either going to give me a Dark Destroyer on my side of the field, or give it to me in my hand so then I can use its effect. That's a bit difficult, that's a bit crazy. But that is just in mirror matches. I think this card really shines just in the mirror matches. It's a great side card for anyone really, because if you just take it out of context, if you're against a deck that you have no use against, your cards don't interact with at all, you activate this and don't call a generic thing like Effect Veiler or Maxi or anything like that, then it's going to be a bit difficult. You could call like the Ghost Ogres, the Veilers, the Maxis, the Winter Cherries, but your opponent is just going to let you special summon it to your side of the field, and they're not really going to be that useful. Ghost Ogre is obviously one of the more useful ones for that, but I digress, it's not really that great when you're not against mirror matches. At worst case, it gives you a monster to either tribute or to synchro summon or XZ summon or anything like that. One of the difficult logistical points that I'm thinking about with this card though that springs to mind is, for example, you are playing a Cosmo mirror match. I call, let's say, Dart Destroyer. I take your Dart Destroyer. I leave it in my hand. What if we both have white sleeves? What if we finish the duel and then I shuffle up the deck?
Gotcha.
Now obviously this is a very skeptical point, and you know, I'm just one of those people that will always be like that. But there are some pretty high risks of you losing your cards by both people. So for example, it could be a simple, I forgot that that's there, you go to the next round, realize you don't have a 40 card deck, you're missing a card, therefore you're going to get in trouble because it's your deck, you need to look after it. Then there are also other people who will say, I'm going to take this card, just leave it in my hand, not use it, then I'll shuffle up, after a while we'll end, and then we'll just walk out of the shop or tournament or whatever. It's also going to be very difficult to actually, I don't know, say, prove. Because, for example, on one side you could say, he's taken my Dart Destroyer, we both have the same sleeves, he just shuffled it in and forgot to give it to me. He could say, well, no, I did not, I haven't done anything like that, look at my deck, it has nothing in there. But then it could also flip it, saying, oh, well, he played this card, and I'm just going to take out a Dart Destroyer and then blame it on him. So it's pretty bad. That's going to be a bit of an interesting one, especially from a judge's standpoint. I'm not looking forward to that coming out if I am judging. But we'll go back to the card because I've rambled a little bit. So paying 2,000 life points isn't really that much of a cost anymore. We all realize what it is. It's a solemn warning, and the advantage you could possibly generate from it is definitely worth a quarter of your life. Declaring one monster, You can declare whatever you want, it's down to yourself. The interesting thing, it says your opponent looks through their deck, and if they have the declared card, they then reveal one of those. That's also another logistical standpoint. What if I go through and say, no, I don't have any of them, and I'm just going to not play them. Then game 2, I pretend to side them in, and then use them, like Veilers or Maxis or anything. But then obviously there are good points to this card. The fact that you do get a free monster, the fact that you can get something in your hand, the fact that just in general it can be used. It's a pretty decent card. I think it's going to be very interesting to see the proper English text when it does come out. Obviously this is the translated text that has come out today. Don't know if that is going to be the official one. I'm pretty sure it is. The text that it is now all does rely on what your opponent is going to do with the card, which doesn't make it as good as, for example, if it said when they have X cards, then you decide to special summon to your side of the field, or you decide to add it to your hand, then that would be instantly broken. The fact that your opponent chooses, by the looks of it, doesn't make it as broken as everyone's thinking, and I think a lot of people are either skimming over that part, or the translations are a little bit meh, because originally when I first saw this card earlier today, it did have that translation. Now this is the updated one from Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization and all those type of people. That's what it's looking like, and that's why it's not as good as people are making it out to be, but still a very interesting and good card in general. But it really shines in mirror matches. So I want to know what you guys think of the Lullaby of Obedience. Do you think it is an insanely incredible card, or have you also skimmed over the fact that your opponent looks like they choose what they do with the card? Make sure to stay tuned for other videos from this pack. I'm going to be going over a lot more, and more ritual decks will be coming out very soon. So as I said, let me know down in the comment section below what you think of the card. Make sure to give me a like, comment, subscribe for more videos, and I shall catch you guys later.